Well, hello, folks out there in YouTube land. Got a big show lined up for you. Let's get right on into it. All right, we got a lot in this one. This is going to be pretty interesting. Let's pull up the screen here. All right, we're going to talk about some smack talk that has backfired for Eli Drinkwitz, who I didn't realize he was running his jaw a while back, and maybe that has a little something to do with the whooping they just took. Also, get this out of the way, Carolina fans are going to react not only to the loss, but the Vols win. So they got whooped pretty bad yesterday. And then, of course, you saw what we did to Missouri. So they're not feeling so good about that. And we're going to get into some of their feelings. Anyway, let's start out with our boy Eli Drinkwitz.
I thought you were going to introduce my record, but with the latest allegations against Tennessee, let's hold up on what my record is because I expect them to vacate some wins, and that's going to help my record a little bit. Okay?
Oh, man, this is getting better. This is getting so much better. Can I ask you, I wasn't necessarily going to go there, but you would be the beneficiary of that. Since you brought it up, can I get your reaction to the latest allegations against Tennessee?
Yeah, I mean, me personally, I got to question my wife's commitment to winning. You know, I mean, I don't know how much she's committed if she's not engaging in some of these things. I didn't know that was fair play. So, we got to, it was a little bit surprising to see the in-depth nature of what was going on there. But I am sure glad that Tennessee was taking some ownership of it, and we'll see what the results are. But it's pretty interesting for sure.
My man, if I were you,
Well, there's no need to get any further into that. Obviously, he was over there roasting marshmallows over the fire over there in Knoxville because of the NCAA problems. So that may have something to do with the 66 points that we put on Missouri. And look, we put in our backup quarterback, and you just couldn't stop him either because he lit you up a couple times. So I'm not really sure what to tell you there, Eli. Look, you want to run your jaw. 66. It's happened 2 years in a row. Might happen next year too. I don't know. Might want to get here. See, you're here, Eli. Where we need you is here. All right, now we're going to get into a couple of Carolina guys. They're content creators. They cover nothing but Carolina and the Gamecocks, and they are not too happy with the game yesterday with Florida, and I think they've lost a couple in a row, and they're really struggling, and it's not good over in South Carolina, I can tell you that. So let's see our first one. And this fella's name is Captain Will.
About this embarrassing loss to the Florida Gators. Let's talk about the embarrassing loss to the Florida Gators. I'm embarrassed. I'm sad. I'm angry. What the hell is going on with this football team? What the hell is going on with his staff?
Okay, yeah, they're not too happy. They got beat 38-6 against the Gators, and they're coming off a loss at Missouri, actually. They did win a game against Vanderbilt by like 10 or 11 points. I think it was like 38-27 or something. But they are 3-4 in the conference, and they're 6-4 overall. Yeah, 6-4. So they've got to play us and then Clemson. They are bowl eligible. But Captain Will was not too happy with that 38-6 beatdown at the hands of the Gators.
We had like 160 yards for the whole doggone game. 160 yards against the 116th ranked defense in the country. It seemed like every time Spencer Rattler dropped back, somebody was in his face.
And now here he's going to talk about the Vols because he obviously saw the beatdown that Missouri just took. And, of course, they lost to Missouri.
Florida could have ran for 500 yards against us. 500 yards. When we play Tennessee next week at Williams-Bright Stadium, let me say this right here. Tennessee ain't got no mercy. They're going to try to beat the dog. They're going to try to beat the whatever out of us. I almost cussed. They're going to try to beat us bad. And that fast-paced offense, I'm telling you right now, November 12th at 7:30 p.m., Tennessee going to have 800 yards against us. 800 yards against our defense. We have no answer. No answer. None for Tennessee. None. Florida does not have a great offense.
Yeah, I'm thinking he thinks Josh Heupel and the team is a little bit like this.
No mercy.
Yeah, no mercy. Sweep the leg, man. I guess they saw Missouri's beat down. Look, we're trying to get in the top 4. We got to get some style points. And on top of it, Eli was talking smack. You talk smack? Hey, whatever happens, happens, baby. I'm not going to be apologizing for beating you 66-24. And what did we beat them worse the year before at their house? So you know what, Eli? Like I say, you're here. That's a mistake. It's a mistake. Josh doesn't like that. Now we've got ourselves another Carolina guy. This guy's Carolina Jackpot, and he's been talking smack for a long time about the Vols. Now, we've been whooping up on him for a while, and he's not happy about it. But he was talking smack a few months ago before the season and how we were full of crap. You know, this team was a big joke. And I'll let you see that.
Josh Heupel, to me, this guy, and once again, nothing against the Tennessee fans. They're good, and, you stick with your team and everything. This guy, to me, looks like a used car salesman slash Little Debbie cake tester. Little Debbie cake taste tester. I mean, who in the world would look at this guy and think that he used to be a quarterback? Can we look at this guy real quick? Does that look like someone who used to be a quarterback? He looks sort of like Jared Lorenzen, so I guess that could qualify. He does not look like a former quarterback. Yeah.
Oh, you're going to be eating those words, my man. That's not a good idea. Just look what happened to Eli.
That's what I think of Tennessee right there. What is it, next to last week of the season? South Carolina is going to be 110% focused on you. Don't think that we're going to be focused on Clemson and not worried about Tennessee. We're going to be 110% focused on Tennessee week, and we're going to kick your ass in Williams-Brice Stadium, and that's just happening. It is. Put that on your bookcase of accountability.
Well, that's about as much talking smack as you can talk. He's taking it next level, that's for sure. Now, let's see. Now, granted, this was months ago. No ball has been hiked when he was saying all that. So let's see what he thought about our game against Missouri.
To see the performance that Mizzou put out on the field against the Tennessee Volunteers, I thought that they at least stood a chance to cover the spread, if not outright upset Tennessee. I like Mizzou, but I low-key wanted them to lose today because this is exactly where we want to get Tennessee. It's exactly where we want them. It pains me to have to say this, but they're good at football again. And, this is a team I feel like the Gamecocks match up with better than they do Florida because Tennessee, they say we're a run first team. Blah, 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 blah. No, they're really not because they have some explosive plays in the passing game. I think South Carolina can limit those a little bit more so than what Missouri did today. And I might be talking out of my whoo-hoo, and then again, I might not. If I'm not, I'm the smartest man in the world right now. If I am, then you know what? You can make fun of me the next week. I really don't care. It ain't like it hadn't happened before. Congratulations, Tennessee. I mean, I've been going back and forth with a lot of them on Twitter today, and I ended up getting myself blocked from Twitter for 12 hours. First time that's ever happened. Carolina Jackpot can't get around and tweet.
Cut to next scene. This is Carolina Jackpot after South Carolina got beat 38-6 to Florida.
And I'm still going to be known as Carolina Jackpot here on YouTube. However, I'm going to change things up for the rest of this college football season anyway. I don't have a team anymore. For the first time since really I can say that I've been alive and been a football fan, my team is no longer going to be the South Carolina Gamecocks. Carolina Jackpot will still exist. Carolina Jackpot will still be a channel. Carolina Jackpot will still be an entity. Carolina Jackpot will still live stream games here on YouTube, do the live show with Rob, and give you honest takes. However, I'm not going to be a supporter of South Carolina Gamecock football the rest of this season. I am not going to be a supporter of South Carolina Gamecock football until changes are made in the coaching staff and some kind of change is made to give us at least some sense of hope that there is upward trajectory with this program. Because after today, guys, I've said it in my videos a million times, and I've just blurted it out and never really meant it. I am done. I am done. I am actually done with this team. Half the teams in college football have bowl eligibility. That's nothing. That is nothing. It doesn't constitute having a winning record. It doesn't constitute being competitive. You play 3 non-conference teams a year that you should beat easily. So that means if you're bowl eligible, that you beat 1 or 2 terrible conference teams, and then you beat one that was like a toss-up. That's what it means if you win 6 games.
All right, so needless to say, he's not too happy. Now, as I was putting this together, he did come out with a little apology video to his Carolina people because he kind of went off the deep end a little bit. And I think, being fair to the guy, I need to at least show a little clip of that.
Up an apology. I need to get this off my chest. I need to make this right. I want to apologize to all of the true fans, the true 100% hardcore fans of the South Carolina Gamecocks down in the comment section of Carolina Jackpot's videos yesterday. All those who told me that I need to go away, because I'm negative. I'm toxic, as some gentleman or young lady named Taylor, who knows these days, right, told me I'm toxic because I have chosen not to support that abomination that calls itself a football team the last 2 games of the season, unless changes are made.
All right. Now, look, these are some folks that at Carolina, they're in their feelings big time. And so he said he's become toxic and all that. Look, they're beat up fans. They've got, what was it? Battered Vols syndrome. Well, they've got battered Carolina syndrome, battered Gamecock syndrome, or whatever it is. So they're obviously dealing. And look, I understand. I do. But I thought it would be interesting to take a little peek behind the curtain and see what's really going on with our next opponent, which is South Carolina, and kind of see how they're doing mentally. Because, I'm going to tell you right now, their confidence level can't be too high. And we're coming in flying high. And we need to win with some good style points and to really take this team seriously, because it is at Carolina. It is at 7:30. The crowd will be there. But if we could jump on them early and often, I think they wouldn't last too long as far as the crowd noise. But they'll try to give us a game at first. It's 7:30. They're going to be in good spirits, so to speak.
You fellas been doing a bit of boozing, have you? Sucking back on Grandpa's old cough medicine?
No. Oh, no, sir.
Oh, no.
No.
Yeah, at 7:30, you can count on it. And that place can get pretty loud. They're going to do a lot of the You're going to hear that a bunch. But I always like to go behind enemy lines a little bit, kind of let you know what you're in for and kind of where the fan base is mentally. And I find it very interesting and entertaining to some level. So needless to say, things are going really well. I feel great about the playoff situation. Oregon, Smorgan, you're toast, Oregon. We don't have to hear about your crap anymore. You got beat by Washington. Georgia beat you by 1,000. And all these Midwestern types, they're going to be better than Tennessee. They deserve to be in the playoff because they've won all these games in a row. Who cares how many games you won in a row out there on the West Coast with a bunch of crap teams? Oh, we won 9 in a row against Little Sisters of the Poor out on the West Coast. Who cares? Nobody cares. But unfortunately, there are people on that panel from that area that would vote for them. and not vote for a one-loss Tennessee team that lost by 2 touchdowns at Sanford Stadium, not at a neutral site, didn't lose by 46 at a neutral site. So, Oregon, you're toast. Ole Miss, you're toast. Alabama took you out. We've got our 2 top 10 wins that even look better today than they did yesterday. And we just came off a 66-24 beatdown to the number 13 defense in the country. So, I'm feeling awful good about this playoff. TCU managed to hang on against a horrible Texas offense. Their defense is good. Texas defense is solid, and they were at home. They should have taken TCU out, but they just can't score. Texas cannot score. Their defense is excellent. But TCU still got to play Baylor. They've still got to play Iowa State and then a conference game for the championship. So they've got to win 3 in a row. I just don't see it. But you never know. If they do, so be it. I still think we get in, because Michigan and Ohio State, one of them is going to lose, and our record will be considerably better as long as we take care of South Carolina and Vandy. And South Carolina is the one last hurdle that I have a little bit of concern about. But, hearing that the fan base is really down in the mouth, it's understandable given the circumstances. They're coming off really a bad stretch. And fortunately for them, they are at least bowl eligible, which, as you can tell, that didn't excite them too much. All right, folks, just give you a little behind-the-scenes look, anyway, of Eli running that jaw, and some of the Carolina fans where they are mentally. And if you like this content, be sure to hit that like button. Lets me know to continue to cover the Vols. And if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. I would appreciate it. Only been doing this about 4 months. I could use some subscribers, and it's free. Just hit that little button. That's all you got to do. Hit the like and whatnot. Anyway, I hope you did like the content. We'll see you next time on Sports Talk Jay.